Adriana.
Yeah. What you saying?
Adriana.
Yeah.
Is you here?
Oh, huh? Yeah, I see us.
I'm about to say, I only happened to catch
Clear
it.
as
I'm about to say,
day.
you know, I can only see it for a half a second. That's how I saw that paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, you know
But see, that's easier to see because it got that black background on it.
That's probably why. And then with the flash, it was just like
It
something
pops up.
different. Yeah. Told you.
Oh,
Can't see.
we got it. Damn.
Cheer. Damn what?
Oh, somebody just called us Uncle Murder.
Adriana, who you talking to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Adriana.
Yeah.
The audience is waiting for.
Yeah.
Start. Finish.
And she said,
My bitch is bad, looking like a bag of money. You had to start with the T? Alright.
clank, clank.
Cheers.
Lock it down.
You know what I did? I saw a thread that said, I know y'all missed the 20, what did it say? I know y'all missed the
2000s?
2015, 16 era, but it wasn't nothing about that 2010 to 2013 when they was running it. And they had all I said, baby.
And I just became an adult at that era.
Like
an
a true adult.
True
Like we were
adult.
already adults, like legally.
Right.
But baby.
Like really stepping into it.
Baby, them last,
Them
that
was like,
last half of college and that coming out, that coming out.
Like really just getting to our mid 20s.
That 2010 to 2013, baby. Hold on, let me. I saved it because I'm going to put this on the playlist together. Let me tell y'all what they showed us, okay? Pretty Ricky, what they call me, okay?
Pretty Ricky.
I just want to give y'all some glimpse of the songs that they, you know what I'm saying? To give y'all some nostalgia again as we enter the last. We're in the last episode of this year, so let me just get this to y'all real quick. Check this out, right? This is what they said. Don't be slow now. Don't be slow. Don't be slow or be careful. Okay.
Sorry, ho, be careful.
Here we go. I know y'all missed 2016, but I missed 2012. Here we go. House parties when this came on.
Oh, yes. This was my shit, too.
Vibe.
Oh, my God.
Baby! Check this.
Yes. This was an era.
It was an era. Check this. That's why I said this.
Big money, yeah.
That's why when she said that, I was right on it.
Hey, yo.
I was on it. I was like, yeah. She bad. Okay.
She bad. Yo, something about T-Pain. T-Pain alone.
Baby, this was an era. Do you hear?
It was.
Hold on, wait.
On an airplane.
Baby,
He said chain the color of acorn.
T-Chainz is that nigga. Hold on.
What?
R.I.P.
You and my other girlfriend that love Rich Homie, I be cracking up. Y'all be dead serious.
I really grew a liking to Rich Homie Quan later on. Like literally, because I remember he was in the era for me because we took thinking about the same girlfriend, Fetty Wap, Rich Homie Quan, Young Thug. They were all like, I was like, these are mumble motherfuckers. I remember that was like when the mumble rap era came out to like millennials specifically. We was like, we was trying to figure out if some of us fuck with them, but other of us, we was like, I don't know if I can get with this shit. Before Lil Baby and Durk and them, let's be clear. Before that. But I grew a liking to Rich Homie, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, baby. You ain't that nigga you say.
Around that time, they was just starting.
Right.
So they was underground, so we didn't know about them.
Right. But with these rising stars again, 2 Chainz, first of all, if you didn't know 2 Chainz is Titty Boy,
yes.
you're too young.
Yes. I love me some 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. Really?
I love me some 2 Chainz, baby. He like, for me, he like one of them like, He might be like my Gucci Mane for other people. They like my ghetto star rapper.
That's
like
me, because I love me some Gucci.
Like Gucci Mane, 2 Chainz, like my G's, my Yo God, like I love me, like my Southern thug rappers, Boosie, baby. That's my heart right there.
To this day, you better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe it.
Nigga, we get ghetto.
That's my shit.
We get ghetto. And you know what else?
What?
You better believe that we ain't do no introduction to this episode. It's the last episode of the year. We ain't do no introduction. This is the
last episode of the year.
We
welcome.
We started playing.
Welcome.
We started playing music.
We did. Yeah. Shout out to Gloria. Hallelujah. Woods.
You about to make me go into a praise. Every time somebody say hallelujah, you can't say that. Me and my dad were just talking about that earlier. We said, a true church kid, because every time they get drunk, it don't matter how wretched they are, they're going to have a true praise moment.
Absolutely. You know I'm going to get it.
First of all, can we do another cheers because Jesus is getting ready for his birthday?
Oh, period. Cheers, Jesus.
By the way, if y'all ain't never had whiskey and grape juice, that's the best communion you ain't never had in your life. You ain't never had it before, baby. I'm going to start sneaking a sip into the church house. You hear me on first Sunday? I'm finna sneak a fifth into the church house on first Sunday.
No, you're not.
Because that's the best communion shot I've had.
Oh, my goodness.
Baby, let me tell you something.
Don't you do this blasphemy with her, please.
Woodsford, I need y'all to call me because... At this point, I know we need Nag. Woodsford, we can hold you down. Call us. Call Woodsford, Bullet, call us. You hear me? Rye, anything rye, call us.
Not anything, but yeah, those rye.
You right. Not anything.
Woodford,
Top
Bullet,
show.
and Basil Hayden.
My mom asked me about Basil the other day. She asked me about Elijah.
Elijah Craig.
She was like, who is Elijah Craig? I said, oh, ma'am, you don't know Elijah? I said, Elijah good.
The book of Eli.
Elijah good. But, baby, let me tell you something. When I had that Concord grape.
Who told you to mix that together? I
had ran out of ginger ale before, I was rushing. I was like, damn, I don't feel like running out the grape no quick because I need to refill, my whole stock. But I had some grape juice.
I would have never drank that.
Baby, I switched it around and I took a deep breath. But when I sipped it, I said, ooh.
All right, Mr.
Bitch, I got excited. I ain't gonna need
I can see it in your eyes.
I feel like I got baptized all over again.
Not baptized. Hey, yo. All right, now. I'm not trying to get struck down. Here you go.
I'm not. God know my heart because he know how I felt because he was there. You weren't there. In my Yolanda Adams voice. You weren't there in my alabaster box.
Well, hot off the press while we're over here reporting. Not hot off the press, more so earlier in the day of today. Peter Thomas was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison for failing to pay the government $2.5 million in employment taxes.
Cynthia access?
Yes. Yeah.
Peter Thomas sentenced to 18 months in federal prison for failing to pay. Peter, you ain't getting people that money. You went through all of that. And bar none, bar one, whatever it was. You put us through. That's why Nene read you the way she did. The ghetto in my Nene voice. Damn, that's a shame. But a lot of rich people don't pay their taxes.
They don't.
They don't.
They feel
all
above.
All I have to
elite.
say is we gonna have an accountant when our business get to that brand. You hear me?
You won't be.
I already got my damn finance guy on deck. You hear me? I already called him. I said, listen, nigga.
Let me ask you a question.
Now, white Jewish man, that's what we did.
Can you not be like that sometimes?
Proceed.
Okay. What's going on in this?
What else is going on in the streets? What's his name is? They said that Donald Trump is not going to have
what?
Presidential leniency.
Oh, okay.
Did y'all see that? What you calling him about his Yeah, they said he won't have the presidential leniency for the crimes that he committed. So am I thinking about that right? Do that mean like they gonna go hard? Like he gonna be like treated like one of us?
No, of course not.
I doubt it. The opposite.
I highly doubt it. Because he got money at the end of the day. Money talks.
So do we gotta protest? So do y'all think we need to go to the White House and protest on inauguration day?
I'm not going nowhere near that building.
What y'all think? Like, no real shit. What do y'all think that we should do on inauguration day?
Mind our business.
Cause I've been thinking about a lot of shit. I've been thinking about. I've been at mind my business for a while. But on the other hand, I feel like as a collector, we probably, even if we don't do nothing negative or pessimistic, we should get together. At least pray and drink or something.
As a collective, America has spoken. That's how I feel.
I'm talking about as a black collective. I'm sorry, I wasn't specific when I said that.
Well, a lot of black people did.
Did both. A lot of Asians did too, and a lot of Hispanics did too.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, what can
I was talking to somebody just recently, and he was like, I asked him, I was like, something. The president was like, oh yeah, my guy, I just voted for him, Trump. They was Hispanic. I said, you just as dumb as hell. That's how I looked at him. I'm sorry.
We don't even talk about political views on here. I hate you, bro.
I'm sorry. I didn't say.
Oh my god. Me personally.
Right. What's next? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't even mad at you, but yeah. So within that, we all know that our new president-elect is him, Senor Trump. So, shut up.
Just gotta make it.
So nationwide, while we do recognize that he is our president-elect, there is an uproar and people who are very concerned, specifically those students who are coming from all over the world. More than 1 million people in America, more than 1 million students in America who are going to college come from other countries. So there's a rise of concern as in like, all right, are we going to be stuck home? Let us get back to the States before the inauguration so that we are not looking at potentially being, taken away from, finishing our program or being able to get into the country to be able to go to school as a whole. Yeah. And some people probably are like to the point, and it's like, and it's so weird because it's like, imagine being in that position and it's like, all right, I'm so worried about how I'm going to get there and if I'm going to stay there, but then what happens in these next 4 years while he's in office? Will I be able to go home and visit my family or what? I'm like, that's pretty fucked up because I could think about being in college and like getting to those points where it's like, all right, I may not have been home these past couple times, but this specific holiday, I want to see my family.
I can honestly be, if I can be transparent, I'm glad I'm not in college right now because
oh yes,
I probably would be the one rallying up the troops. If I was in that predicament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what Chomi Kwan said, like we mentioned him earlier, Trump made you feel some type of way. Okay? And they don't want to fucking deal with that.
They don't.
And at the end of the day, they gonna put a Mandela.
Yeah.
Okay? This one's for Mandela! Okay? They gonna start their shit. They gonna rile up. They gonna rile together.
I'm gonna pray for you one day.
No, I'm serious. They gonna rile up. They gonna rile together. Now this is the time where everybody who is a minority, and I mean everybody, if you have brown in your skin, stand the fuck up, and we should be collectively banding together. But like you said, we don't. Whatever we can do to help those in whatever, educational atmosphere we can, whether it's virtually or, what I'm saying, I feel like we should at least be able to do that for them because you can't start an education in one place and not be able to finish it just because, quote unquote, laws change. If people can get out of jail because laws change and all other kinds of stuff because
we should have the freedom to educate ourselves as,
Exactly.
There should be due process for that.
Period. Meanwhile, I need to work on getting this visa and this everything.
Cracking up. Me too. So, while it's Christmas time, and we already know, like,
in this Christmas,
I was really about to sit here and sing something completely different, but just let you take it away. Go ahead, bitch. Go ahead.
You already stared me the fuck down.
No, I'm laughing in my head. I'm trying not to be dramatic right now.
I caught in my throat.
Anyhow, so we talking about so lethal leaping.
10 laws of leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking,
7 swans of swimming,
6 geese of blame,
5 golden rings, 5 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Bravo!
That was giving Hogwarts Christmas, but I was feeling it.
Yeah, it was. It gave Hogwarts.
I was giving, Gryffindors.
So, I don't know if his name is Deborah Delone.
Deborah. I call him Deborah.
Yeah, Delone Redden. He was sentenced to 26 to 65 years in prison for attacking Judge Mary Kay Holthus in the Nevada courtroom. He did not seem like he cared that the fact that he leaped at her. He really didn't.
You think so?
Nah.
Okay, so I agree differently. So if anybody remembers earlier this year, the black guy that leaped over at the white judge, and he got locked up for that. He was already in court, getting sentenced for certain things, and the black guy who leaped over at her, if y'all remember the story earlier this year, for that leap at her, he got sentenced to 26 to 65 years. I do think that in his statement, I don't think that he was able to articulate it properly because he did not have the wherewithal, because he has been through so much trauma. I don't think he was able to articulate it properly, but I do think that he was remorseful for what he did. He literally stated it like, listen, I was in and out of treatment my whole life. Like y'all said it. Like I really wasn't aware of what I was doing. I know what I did, but in that moment, like I just popped off on her. Like, and that was all I knew based on what I knew. I do think that he actually had some level of remorse. Like, it does sound like that he has countless conversations with people who stated what type of remorse he should have, because there were certain words that he was regurgitating that you can tell that he was, I wouldn't say he was being fed, but you can tell that he had those conversations that he was repeating what other people was saying. Yeah, he was repeating what other people said. But I do think he was remorseful.
I think the funniest comment was, I wonder what it looked like from her point of view.
I mean, me and my mom talked about this, and I said,
I'm sorry, I think that's
I'm
so
with the comment that said if y'all would have gave me 26 to fucking 65, I would have
leaped again. Yo, my cousin was in the cut. I ain't want to put my cousin out there like that, but she had me
sorry, because we was bidding.
Yeah. She was like, bitch, I'd have leaped again. I might as well fucking y'all gave me 26 to 65. That's a lifetime out this motherfucker.
As me and my mom talked about, and as the note in the story says, the time sentenced to him was a deterrent for anybody who think that they can do shit like that, actions and get away with it. Was a deterrent, and he did not. But clearly, he did not deserve that. But
I don't think
they don't want nobody else doing it. So they made him an example. For layman's terms, how y'all hear it in the hood, they made him a fucking example.
I think that 3 to 5 years would have sufficed for that. I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, he did not kill
that's
her.
Life.
He didn't kill her. He did not. He did not
have the intent to kill. They gave him 26 because they said he had the intent to. That's bullshit.
Yeah, right. With what?
How can you prove he had the intent to fucking kill?
With what? In the courtroom.
They're trying to say because he was restricted.
It wasn't like it was premeditated. How?
That's what I said. I'm like,
that's my whole standpoint. Well, I think 3 to 5 would have sufficed, because I think 26 to 65 is excessive.
And I'm glad you
that's
said
2
that,
lifetimes, bro.
That's the trick between first degree and second degree. Yeah, that's why they gave him the 26, because this 26 represents the second degree, that there may not have been premeditation, but there was intent to kill. I'm like, y'all cannot fucking prove that he intended to kill that lady when he fucking leaped over there. He may have intended to harm her, but kill her, he didn't have no weapons. He was fucking detained. How can you prove that he fucking intended to kill her? I said, that's bullshit. He had a bullshit ass lawyer. Suck my dick from the fucking bed. Because when I tell you, I will be fighting this shit till the day I die. Y'all fuck around have another body on the other side of the fucking county lines. Fuck with me, give me a 26 behind this bullshit, and I ain't playing with you. Because that's bullshit. I don't appreciate it. This ain't happening to me, so it's not going, you know what I'm saying? So
I do feel like it was extra. I do feel like at the end of the day, it was a deterrent
because they ain't want it to happen again.
I feel like 2 lessons should be learned here. One, he has to know that he can't do that, because in the history of porn in America, period, there probably has been no person that has got their shit off as much as he did. He didn't even. I don't even really think he got a chance to even really swing on her. I think the fact that he jumped over and his body weight went down on top of her, they was fumbling to get him up, and he was still trying to make a point to even like get his bearings together. So I don't think it turned out the way that he thought it was. In the moment of him being angry and realizing that this bitch is trying to play me because she keep on talking crazy to me. Because the other side of the lesson that I want to bring up too is don't fucking talk crazy to people. Yeah. Like what happened before? She was talking crazy to him.
She said to him, I just can't believe what the actions that you did. You just deserve the whatever. But judges and lawyers. I mean, they get smug and indignant like that all of the time. Why? I've seen it with my own eyes. I have physically been there. They do that. They feel like because you're in the predicament that you're in and they're in the position that they're in, they have the right to just say whatever they want. And at the end of the day, you don't know what the fuck my mindset is. You don't know what my background is. You don't know what the fuck I've been through. Just because you sitting here looking at me right now in this state and you're reading these charges, you don't fucking know me.
Yeah, right.
But they try to read people off like they fucking know them based on what's presented in front of them. And that's what the fuck happens to you. Pop the fuck off at somebody again. At the end of the day, I want him to do it again to somebody else who did that shit to him.
The part that
I'm not mad at him.
In addition to that, the part that
I'm mad he got that time, but I'm not mad at what the fuck he did.
The part that blows me the most about the justice system is the motherfuckers that studying it, implementing it, and influencing it. Yep. Y'all motherfuckers know that this shit is not fair. So for y'all to sit up there and act like people are acting out of like,
and you know they're not. You watch them do that.
Actually, you know we should be burning this shit the fuck down right now. You know we should. Why are we sitting here acting surprised at the end of the day? Like, y'all better be grateful and thankful people aren't doing what the fuck they really want to do. Or what y'all deserve them to do. I'm not saying that anyone deserves to die, but people deserve to be heard at the end of the day.
They got people on the outside. That's just them that you dealing with in court. They still got people that fucking care and love
about them as well. Exactly.
And you don't know who the fuck gonna do what to ride for theirs.
Exactly. There is a point
that shit makes me upset when I don't like when judges and lawyers just berate people like that. Mm-hmm. That shit it's not cool.
It's not becoming and it's corny as shit.
We talked about months ago the judge who did it to that young girl on the field trip,
making her and
then they turned around and sued him.
Mm-hmm. That's what he did. It's gonna have to be more of that. Like honestly, we coming about ours all kinds of ways, like for real. So besides
and we're not ending with reparations next.
Something I thought was interesting is the fact that Japan took it, but to another level with, you know what? Let's do a 4-day work week, and they're going to start in April of 2025 to help working mothers and boost record low fertility rates.
So that means we got 4 months to move
to Japan. Oh Lord, well, I don't know if I would survive over there.
Asians are, Anna, you can eat noodles and shrimp. Calm the fuck down.
Not too much. I just started Thai yesterday.
Anna, you will enjoy pho. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna have to get the kind that I think I would like. I know and it's not pho. It's like. Pho. It's pronounced pho. I'm trying to tell you.
Pho.
Am I lying? It's really pho. It's pho. Yeah. It's not pho. It's pho.
Mm-hmm. We pronounce the American culture pronounces a lot of Asian
shit wrong.
Though.
Mm-hmm. It's pho. I'm telling you. Sorry.
Yeah. Because to us that's how it's
spelled. Me too. Yeah, but when I got I was like, oh shit, okay. But I will try it.
Jamaica. I'm about to say Jamaica. Japan.
I just Japanese. Know a lot of people that like that kind of food. You know, my sister eats everything. My sister eats everything, even the shit I brought home the other day, and I let her have some. And that bitch was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna put some oyster sauce on this." I said, "Ew,
oyster sauce, nice.
Sesame oil."
Now, I heard that grilled and smoked oysters are like really good. I'm like, I would have to eat them at the most texture, like smoked, like however you can cook them the best. I wouldn't have to eat them at that to try them.
I went on a date recently and
I wasn't
eating that shit. No, I stuck to my muscles. I'm not eating the oysters.
They say fried, it's not far from it, but
to the side, none of that shit.
I don't trust it because I don't eat octopus.
Oh yeah, me neither. No, calamari.
I don't eat calamari.
But you want to know something? I've been trying new shit. A bitch had caviar by accident and it wasn't bad. But what I had it with, I was shocked.
That's the fish eggs, right?
Yes. And my black ass was eating
it. once in my life.
Bitch, it was a double egg with blue crab, and they had the little shit sprinkled on top. I said, well, what's that? After I already popped one in my mouth. They was like, you're eating caviar. I said, oh my fucking God.
Because they look like little like black
little
balls.
They were golden, like orangey golden colors, but they were like.
Oh, you had the Bourgeois caviar.
It was good. It was really good.
So at the Tyler, you had the Bourgeois caviar.
It was a little McBougie, but it was pretty good.
I had to throw the hood on it, Mick. You know the hood love McDonald's.
I can't with you, bro. I cannot. But it was really, really good though. Like it was a little blue crab deviled egg with a little shit sprinkled on top. It was pretty good. Pretty good. And I had raw salmon too. I had a little sushi. I had sushi too. I don't eat sushi.
Really? I like it. I like the shrimp tempura. I like it. The little shrimp tempura. The fried.
I actually had raw like salmon.
I like that fried shrimp. I have to be in the mood for raw, and I can only eat a few pieces. Cause raw fish, I'm like I can't just chomp it. Maybe one or two, and I'm cool. Even once I consume it, it's just like okay, I can just kind of feel like the rawness. I'm like my body don't feel necessarily comfortable with it. My body, y'all know I'm a red meat eater.
I think it's because it was like literally this little. I think because it was like the size of a Lego. That's the reason why I could withstand it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it was also it wasn't like it was with like crispy fried rice.
Yeah, that's what the shrimp.
So
the shrimp tempura type. Yeah.
And it had like a little piece of shaved like raw
salmon
on top.
I know what you had. You can get that in ShopRite.
The salmon was raw.
It was just like salmon.
It was like when I was
raw.
Like,
you can get that in Giant.
It was raw.
Yeah, you could go order them in Giant in the cold section. In the cold package, you can get them in Giant.
Oh, I wouldn't eat that cold. Only because the rice was deep fried. It was fried.
Yeah, but you can get
crispy
like
rice.
you can get the rice. I'm like, you can get them Giant. I never got it in Giant, but I'm just saying I know they had that.
I wouldn't try that from Giant. Though. I'm sorry. I wouldn't.
Just I know they
I think that's
that.
the reason why I didn't die. But anyway.
What's going on in Asia Town?
What you saying?
What's going on in Asia Town?
Oh yeah, just they're having a 4-day work week. We start talking about sushi and all that,
oh, yeah.
But I think that's beneficial. Honestly, I feel like that's how it should be here. For
We've
us, the insanity of us, and honestly, I'm not mad. The one thing about Trump that that whole daylight saving shit is stupid. Honestly, cut it, get rid of it, do away with it. Because I feel like naturally, even if we weren't to cut the hours, it's still going to get darker sooner. Naturally speaking, we don't need to take away no hours. It should just be what it is because we're the only people who literally do that. It's dumb, to me personally, and I feel like it makes people suffer more, who suffer from like SAD and shit like that. So, 4-day work week. I'm here for it. I'm not opposed to it. What about you? How do you feel? Let us know in the comments. Do you feel like the weekend's too short?
Honestly, I've been saying it for years.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get into the 4-day work week when I worked in residential. Years ago, but this shift wasn't available. Okay. I'll give you 10 hours a day if I can just wait.
I was going to ask you, do you think that it should just still be
you're not going to work the actual 10 hours. Like, realistically, we don't work all 8.
I get what you mean. You're going to go to the bathroom a couple times.
I'm sorry, you
got to get your lunch.
So y'all got to deal with it.
It's
and
okay.
So I'm going to try to hold my breath in between not talking so I can, like, try to get them away. But in the meantime, in between time, bear with me. Like I said.
So you don't have to. So yeah. So for me, like that's what I was thinking. Like maybe people would be willing to do 10 hours instead of 8.
Yeah, because when you're going off of the laws, you can't work over 4 or 4.5 hours without a 15-minute break. Over 4 hours without a 15-minute break. So 10 hours,
which is still crazy.
Breaks down into one hour break and what? Two 15-minute breaks. Still 2 hour breaks. Also, so you still only work 8 hours. Although if you signed up for 8 hours shift, you don't work for a full 8 hours. But if you sign up for a 10, you will work 8. It still balances out. If you work a 8-hour shift, you probably work a good 6 or 6.5. 6.5. If you work a 10-hour shift or schedule a 10-hour shift, you'll work 8 or 8.5. It's the same thing.
I get what you mean.
And depending on what type of work you do, I think that might be like the give or take for each individual person versus on if they would want to do that 4-day work week. But for me, shit.
Girlfriend said, give me them 10 hours. I'll be all right. I think I would be all right too. I think I would be
Monday through Friday.
Or just pay people more and let us work 8 hours.
Yo, these hiccups is horrible.
Oh, I can't. Are you
No, I'm
okay?
dead ass serious. Like I'm trying. I was told to my bro.
That's okay. That's how I have to do that sometimes too. Let me drink a little bit more water.
I was trying. Damn, I just realized mine wasn't over here with me. That's my fucking problem.
Yeah, it's okay. So, besides that, what are some memorable Christmas and New Year's Eve holiday related stories that you have?
The first one that comes to my mind pisses me off, so you might want to go first. Well, I ain't gonna say it pissed me off, but I don't think I deserved it.
Last year's New Year's was like kind of weird, so I don't want to remember that one. That was like really super weird for me. Like
I think I was in the house. I don't remember last New Year's.
I was at my goddaughter's house. Trying to think, what else? New Year's.
Oh yeah, when the never mind. You told that.
I used to go to church every year though, and then go out like that. A majority of my 20, I ain't gonna lie.
I said I was gonna start doing that again. I need to, but you know, my
go to church first and then go out somewhere.
My church home. You know,
I honestly want to go away.
That too. But I still would like to enjoy spiritual, like still enjoy
of
for
course,
the church
to bring my year in right.
Shout out to my bishop. I can't make it to Delaware every Sunday, so I do have to find a new church home. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Bear with me. Shout out to my bishop. I need to find a closer church home because I want to engage more physically in church. I don't want to just do online, so I do want to find. So if you hit my mom was like, you might as well just connect. My mom, no, I'm tired of going to church with you. We've been going to the same church my whole life. I don't want to go to church with you no more because I feel like people think that me and you are the same person. Oh, y'all family go here? No, the fuck we don't. Well, she is not me and me is not her. So her and her son go there, aka my brother. But I don't want to go to church with them.
Okay.
And their church is a good church, and I wouldn't mind going to their church, but because they go there, I don't want to go.
Oh wow.
I don't feel like we need to be in the same church house.
Okay.
And because there was a lot that went on, you know, I'm a little ghetto. You know, it was a lot that went on in the church house fields. A lot of people transitioned from the same church that was there. You know, a lot of people, you know, was like
so a lot of transitionary stuff. A lot of ghetto shit that we was involved in.
So I don't really want to do that, but you know what I'm saying? For all my church goers, you know, preachers, kids, PK, all y'all know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Your family go to one church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no shade. Your family go to one church. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't really want to go there because some stuff that went on, or you know, you don't really want to kind of be involved with the family stuff. You just want to go to church, get your praise on, and dip out the door. That's what I want to do. Go to church, get my praise on, and dip out the door. I don't want to be involved. I want nobody talking to me for real like that. You know what I'm saying? Even at the church house, I know the word says when 2 or 3 agree. Okay? And I will, you know what I'm saying? I might pray with you for a half a second, but I'm going to go by myself. And I don't want to talk to you before church, after church, and I don't want to look to my neighbor and say nothing. Okay? Pastor. Bishop. I don't want to look to my neighbor and say nothing, and I'm not going to. And if you don't understand, that's why my bishop will always be my bishop, no matter what church I go to. Now, internet-wise, shout out to Jamal Bryant, I do go there in my mind, but I don't live in Atlanta. But he said if I move, you know.
It's a wrap.
But that's what I want to get back to that. I said I want to start some traditions as like, I want to be the friend that like start traditions, but y'all not the friends that's going to listen to me. So I don't know if I can trust y'all. Because I feel like y'all don't listen to me. You know?
Anyway, I don't know what she's talking about.
Y'all don't. I feel like if I want to start some shit, y'all be like, Chrissy, you just playing like y'all won't take me seriously.
Bitch, I take you serious about random shit.
No, the fuck you do. You lying right there because you're cracking a smirk and a smile.
Oh my God.
You're coke and a smile. You're fucking lying.
Like, you're terrible. Anyway. Alright, she wants to start her little New Year's. Alright, cool.
I knew you was fucking lying because you ain't say,
I'm not lying.
You're not lying. That's not how we are.
So typically, like for me, I'm just sick of like the New Year's vibes in the living room. I want to be in a new surrounding. I want to be around people that I haven't met before, and people that I love at the same time. If that makes any sense, like it don't have to be a whole bunch of people, but like, you know, in a different space, you know, celebrating what's to come, stuff like that. Because, you know, I've had...
You do have to curate your own events of that type. A lot of the time.
You do. Or you have to be willing to go, like, a different place than you've already been. AKA the average person's living room. I'm not doing that no more. I've done that a lot. So I'm over that.
So again, you may have to...
Unless it is curated a certain kind of way. Because I ain't going to lie. During the pandemic, somebody curated that thing, right? They curated that thing, right? Shout out to the homie. Did that thing right. Had a little catering situation, a little open bar. Bitches was dressed to the nines for the living room.
Had dessert bar.
The dessert bar.
Baby, have you ever seen
a DJ?
A 3-4 course meal DJ.
Girl.
Bar, open bar.
Somebody's living room.
All in somebody's living room.
That shit was lit.
Not the upper room, but not Ray's boom boom room, but the living room. That shit was Ray's boom room.
It was.
That shit was like
the fire pit was popping. Yes, it was. I said, I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the best living room joints I've been to in a long time. I said, okay, yeah, that did me right. But yeah, I mean, other than that, another New Year's experience that I felt like was I don't really have too many.
Well, when we said holiday specifically, I do remember one year. Let me hold on. Remember how old I was? I was living in South Philly. I was 16.
Mm-hmm. This is a long time ago. Jesus. This is
but
a long time ago.
I'm gonna tell you why this was significant. Okay. For all you motherfuckers, for all of you Gen Zs, and all of you, who was the generation before? Not the baby boomers, but what was the one after? Gen X? No, Gen Z. X.
Is it X? Yeah.
X, Y, Z, Gen X. You Gen X parents. You Gen X parents, and y'all fucking kids. Y'all kids was in love with Sesame Street and Elmo. Elmo was a phenomenon around that time. They had Elmo rock and roll, Elmo popping out the trunk, Elmo with his friends,
was doing a lot
Elmo
of shit.
with the guitar. They had Elmo in every which way of position. Bitch, Elmo had Barbie in competition. Do you fucking hear me? My family, speaking of being a church kid, had me sit outside of a Toys R Us on a Sunday morning. Before the Toys R Us opened, I was out there at about 6 o'clock. Between 6 and 7 o'clock. Because these were the days. Y'all remember when y'all used to get up at sunset and wait for y'all sneakers or all the hottest fashion?
Oh my God.
This
is when Black Friday actually was Black Friday.
Yes, when Black Friday was a big
and we really don't have that no more because these sales are not selling.
And this was the Sunday after Black Friday.
The sale is flat.
Before,
it's not going anywhere.
And mind you, this was back in the day because Cyber Monday wasn't even a thing. Back at this point. Cyber Monday was not a thing. This was the Sunday after Black Friday before what is now known as Cyber Monday. And I had a baby brother and a baby cousin who are 6 weeks apart. They were both enamored in Elmo. And it was either the Elmo with the guitar. It was whatever Elmo came out of that trunk, that special trunk that it was that shit. And I had to get 2 of them.
I can't.
Okay? Because it was it was one for my little brother, one for my baby cousin. They were 6 weeks apart. Okay? My brother's born December 15th. My little cousin's born October 31st to 27th. I don't fucking know. I don't talk to them like that. But anyway. I called my mama. She was in church. This was the one Sunday I wanted to go to church because it was going to be lit. It was stuff going on in church, and I wanted to be there. They said, no, we got to go to church. We got stuff to do here, but we need to get these Elmos for the babies. Who the fuck was doing all of this suffering in the cold when I was a baby? That's what the fuck I wanted to know,
Nobody.
I called my mom. The store about to open. They saying such and such about to sell. My aunt on the other line, oh yeah, get a third one for such and such and such. Me and my mom, no lie, yo, we literally talked about this recently. She said, I remember you calling me from the store because the lady tried to take the last one. Bitch, I got that motherfucker, you hear me? 16 and all. Okay, I had to get more than one, bitch, I got that motherfucker. Mom, she tried to fucking get me. If they fucking try to call you, I don't know who will call you. This lady don't even fucking know you. You hear me? But baby, I got this. Okay, this is what I had to do what I had to do for the family. Okay, BMF. Thank you. And that's that was one of my memories about the holidays. Okay, that traumatizes me to this day.
I think more so what I can say is I do enjoy like the whole aspect of it, like having like seafood and shit like that, because I'm not about to eat Thanksgiving again. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't eat Thanksgiving on Christmas. I love a good seafood boil. That's what I did when I wanted to do like a friend's seafood boil, like during the holiday season. But like my friends, like again, y'all know my friends have big families, and I'm the one person out of my friends who has a small family, and it's just me. So I'm like, I can't take my friends. I feel like it would be so much to try to ask my friends to take away from something that they're probably doing with their families, or if it's on a non-family day, they probably already have something planned. I feel like it's selfish to take something away from my friends or to ask them about something that they probably already have planned during their year.
Planned before or after. That's all. As for me personally, one side of my family is way bigger than the other one will ever be. So.
But everybody's different though. Again, like myself, both mine are the same. Both sides of my family are small.
Yeah.
So,
I get what you mean.
It's just me. So most of the times I'm like the friend that's kind of like my friends be in big families, and most of the time I'm just kind of like left like, oh, what you do? I ain't do shit. I'm chilling. And again, I don't have an issue with it because I'm used to it. But like people be, I notice sometimes when people would ask me and I'll tell them stuff, they'll kind of like have this somber, like kind of feel badish type of tone in return. And I'm just like, there's nothing I can do about it. Like. Yeah, would I want to do more? Yeah, it would be fun, but like, bitch, don't do it. What did you do, bitch? Like, don't feel sorry for me.
A lot of times I don't do shit, honestly, because and then somebody told me that I was a Scrooge because I wasn't hyped for Christmas, and I'm just like, well, I feel like Christmas is more so for kids. I don't have kids.
I want to do something for the singles for the holidays. I feel like that's what we should focus on. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, yeah, I get that.
Because we don't have children, we should focus on those like the aunties who don't have kids, or maybe the mothers who kids are grown now
and shit. Yeah, because that's the thing too.
Empty nesters,
real.
Yeah, it's
a lot. Yeah, and I honestly, I realized that like even just talking to my mom with her friends and stuff like that, because now that they're older and all their kids are older, she be like, they be like missing the shit out their kids. Like for real, like they be like, I'm about to, but why the fuck I'm decorating? Why? I ain't got no little ass kids running around. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but sometimes it just makes you feel different just to have decorations
up. Yeah, it does. It really does. So, it's a thing to think about. But yeah, for as far as holidays, yeah, I'm real big on seafood for like New Year's, Christmas. I don't really be worried about like I would rather, for me personally, I'm a brunch on Christmas person rather than I don't fuck Christmas dinner.
Love brunch.
I'll do brunch
all my friends love brunch. I'm the one friend who don't give a fuck.
It's a
mixture. I don't give a fuck about breakfast. I just be like, I focus on the dinner side of
brunch isn't one thing. That's why
I know it's not. But I'm saying I'm the friend who focuses on the dinner side of brunch.
I don't need Christmas dinner. I just had Thanksgiving dinner.
I don't either. But I don't need breakfast either.
Give me brunch.
And that's just me.
That's why brunch is in between.
That's where we got chicken and waffle from.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that's where chicken and waffle
fish and grits, shit like that. But I eat fish and grits for dinner. That's just me.
I could too. I could eat me a little rib for breakfast. I might eat cereal for dinner.
Grits, little short rib, whatever.
Y'all, I get the seafood. Y'all can have the grits. I can eat them both, but separately.
Oh,
that's
I
just me.
Both. Yeah.
Again, that's just me. The textures. I'm a texture. The shrimp and the grits texture just don't flail right with me on my palate. If you can eat a
dumpling, you can eat a shrimp and grits.
No, it's not the same texture.
Slimy. Anyway, that shit is fucking slimy. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is wet and slimy and gummy.
To each his own.
It is.
The ridges that are on shrimp fuck me up with the ridges that are on the roof of my mouth, and the grits, like the grittiness, like the grit that's in grits. Like if I can't take it all together, it fucks me. It makes me go crazy, and that's why I can't take it.
Everybody don't make grits the same though, because my grits be smooth and creamy.
Mine do too, but it's again that the rigid is it's just me. It's a psychological thing, and I know this.
Oh wow!
It's something about because even when I eat shrimp, that's why most of the time I eat it by itself. Even when I have a seafood boil, I might eat the shrimp by itself and then eat the rest of the seafood. It's something about that ridge on that shrimp that fucks with the roof of my mouth. Again, it's just me. I might be a little psychotic. Don't fucking mind me. It's just me. Mm-hmm. You eat trail mix and I don't. Mm-hmm. Okay, I eat a bunch of shit that you don't eat and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
So don't judge me.
I'm just saying.
Cause I'm feeling the heat of judgment rise up off of you.
I'm just trying to make sense of the texture thing. If you eat slimy ass fucking dumplings, they're slimy.
Dumplings aren't slimy.
They are.
It's gravy over biscuits.
That shit is disgusting.
And chicken.
And wet and
Again,
salty as shit. I would never want my biscuit to be
I don't know.
Ever.
You know what don't make no sense to me? She sounds just like my mom. She's like, I don't eat wet meat. Bitch, you eat barbecue chicken. That is wet meat.
Yeah, but
you eat ribs. That is wet meat.
Barely, even that. But it's not like
slimy and wet meat are two different things.
The biscuit part, the breading that's wet, that's nasty. That shit is nasty.
Like dough.
That shit is nasty, son.
Like dough.
Don't give me that shit.
Mix. That shit is nasty.
It's good. Anyway.
Eat raisins and nuts together, bitch. That shit is nasty.
It's good. You should try it. Anyway. So
I eat pork. You should fucking try it. It's like
disgusting.
I knew she wasn't gonna say that, but I eat pork. You should try it.
Ew, y'all nasty. Okay. So we're gonna talk about loss a little bit today.
Then we got in this shit
from grief to gratitude. Sorry, because during the holidays, you know, a lot of people do get sad. A lot of people, the holidays aren't a good time for a lot of people, and that's what I have come to realize as well. Like 50% of people really be sad as shit during the holidays, and that's just what it is. Becoming an adult, you realize that it's like niggas be only pulling through because they have kids or people in their family they feel like they gotta show up for and make it a great time for their family, just to keep their family together, just to be the glue. However, they be sad as shit because it's like the same people that they grew up celebrating the holidays with or being happy around aren't there. So it is what it is. But I thought that this was a great way a positive way to view and navigate grief. So let me just turn this up.
Loss is you don't lose someone once. You lose someone a first initial time. That is the inciting event. And then if you live long enough without them, you lose them repeatedly for as long as you're alive and they're not. And that means that you have to get accustomed to burying someone repeatedly, which, if not thought of in a way that is generous, can be too daunting to live with. But on the other hand, if you believe, as I do, that grief is kind of just an emotion that's knocking on the door of memory and asking you to recall something, then there's real gratitude in that. There's real gratitude in recollection. There's real gratitude in me reaching for my mother's voice even when I don't retrieve it, because I'm reaching for my mother nonetheless. It reminds me that I am losing a person over and over and over, but by losing them, I get to return to the site of their living that I can recall. And that is celebratory. Think about
I feel opposite about that part at the end.
Because at least you have a memory of them, period. Some people
I understood it, but I was like, I just don't necessarily feel the same once I reach that point. It's kind of like I start that grief all over again, unfortunately. And it might depend on the person that I'm grieving over. But for right now, at this point in my life, that grief only falls specifically with my grandparents. Like there's some other grief that I've gotten over and got past a certain point, but I get to this blockage with my grandparents, and I'm like, I kind of get to the step one all over again.
And it's crazy because for me personally,
it's different for everybody.
Yeah, it is. I've experienced death, but like at a very young age. So for me personally, I've come to a place where it's just like I just lost my last grandparent as an adult. However, I've lost several of all my grandparents when I was a child, like before I even got to double digits. So, and I remember everyone very vividly. I remember their death very vividly. And for me, it's like I remember them, but at the same token, it's just like I feel where he's coming from. It's like even just to have that experience, because my siblings, I'm the oldest of 5. My siblings don't remember my grandparents at all. They don't have a memory of them. But I only had that experience, and I feel very alone within that. It's a very deep place to be. Because I feel like the only people that can relate to me is my parents. My siblings don't share that same sentiment with me because they don't even remember my grandparents.
And that's a case by case. It really is, because you're the oldest of 5.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of 3. My baby brother is only a few months younger than yours, or a year younger than yours.
And she's technically the middle child when it comes to both sides, but as far as my mom's side, she's the youngest.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about Aaron. I'm talking about all 5 of you. I'm like, my baby brother is literally about, I think, a year older than yours. But
no, my brother Aaron will be 23 the day after Christmas. He's older
2
than
years.
Yeah.
That's what I said, a year older. I said younger. I meant to say older. Mm-hmm. No, I said it right. My baby brother is a year younger than yours. I meant to say 2 years younger.
So he don't remember.
But he does, and that's what I was about to. It might depend on where you were at when that grandparent passed. And because you were you're the oldest of 5. Mm-hmm. So how old were you when your first grandparent died?
Like 8.
Exactly.
Like
think about where your other siblings were. Some of your siblings were not born at that time.
They weren't, but the ones that were, they might not remember them. They don't remember them. Yeah,
because you are, and I say that for you. You are one of the very few people that I know
that remembers
that have recollections from that young. I don't remember. You remember shit from when you was 3. I don't fucking remember shit from when I was 3.
I don't know how. I just do.
And for you, and I'm not mad at it. I wish I remember shit from that age. Because, and my mom always says, she attributes it to because he's the baby of 2 adult siblings, primarily me. Mm-hmm. My baby brother is 21. He remembers shit from 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. My mom attributes it to because, he has adults around him that constantly tell the stories and remind him of those things. He doesn't actually have those memories, but he constantly hears them. And again, and that's my.
I know what it's like.
Hold on, that's actually my next step. I stopped and I said, no, actually, he does remember, because there were things that other adults weren't there for. Maybe only me or you were there for. He remembers when my mom dropped me off to college. My brother was 3.
I remember that too. Yep.
He remembers exactly how it happened. Exactly how I remember it is exactly how he remembers that. I remember pulling off and crying the whole ride home. To him, it was the whole ride, but my mom was like, he actually stopped crying about halfway through the ride, about halfway down the turnpike. Mm-hmm. But he remembers that I remember pulling off from your dorm and crying because I didn't want to leave you. Mm-hmm. He was 3. I'm like, Mom, no, he remembers that. I'm like, I don't constantly talk about that, about that day that I'm like, why the fuck do I need to remember the time you dropped me off at college? You didn't have me unpack my stuff, and everybody else's parents have them unpack their stuff. But that's not part of the story.
How he had you on that couch playing that game for 7 years?
And that was about a year and a half later. But anyway,
me and him was playing that game for 7 years.
Yeah, you didn't like the loop.
Anna, you don't have to keep
playing.
She was the worst sister ever. She was like, Anna, you know you don't got to keep playing.
Because I busted ass in that game 11 times, and she didn't have to keep doing it.
He's small,
but he did actually remember that, and I wish I remember stuff like that as a kid, and he does, and I appreciate it. Where the fuck was I going with that?
The grief. It's okay. That's okay.
I say that to say my brother just turned 21 recently, and we had the same experience. He turned 21, I turned 35. We 14 years apart. Literally the same. We had the same experience. When he got overwhelmed, and like we like to say, when he got fucked up, when he got drunk, the first person he thought about was my grandma.
Oh.
When my grandma died 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. My brother is 21. So that means he was
around 14, around 15. Wait, no,
13, younger than that.
13.
Yeah, than when she died. But before that, all he remembers is good memories. Most of his memories are when he was less than double digits. He remembers that stuff. But he grieves drastically though over he grieves the same way I do, that had way more time with her.
That's what's scary to me, because it's like my sister had way more time with my great grandmother than I did, and it's crazy because she used to be with her every day. So it's like, damn, it fucks her up. Like I barely remember her.
And my middle brother, because he had a lot of different experiences and trauma. Likewise, of course he remembers my grandma, but the close knitness is not as the same. The storytelling is not the same, and it's just interesting to see how a baby the baby sibling is. So it's like grief is really is a thing.
It is.
It's a thing. I'm at a different. My mom was like, I don't understand. And again, this was my mother's mother. She was like, y'all sitting here busting out in tears, and I'm just sitting here looking at y'all. Because in your head, you have got to a different space with how to grieve, still living without your mother. Without your mother.
That's a process when it's
within itself. And I had to tell her that.
It defeats me even ask my mom some shit like that. How she feel,
yep. I never asked her that. To do it. We were just talking different stuff, but she was like, I just don't want to say how y'all. She's like, y'all would just say hair busted out. And I'm like, Mom, I'm like, that was
our second mother.
I said, I don't understand how you wasn't with us.
Right, yeah. Right, I don't understand how you're not sitting here having the same thoughts.
But grief is heavy, and you know we have these reflection periods, of course, especially around holidays, because you know you remember the times with them,
the pinochle game, everybody coming to her crib, her playing bridge. What she used to make her. I remember I cried when she made me eat her black eyed peas. I was so mad, Grandma.
I did too, but I love them to this day. Nobody made.
I don't eat them till this day, Grandma. You took the cake. I wasn't eating them Jones. Told you I wasn't. Don't like them. Still do. But yeah, that was a lot. So yeah, I don't know. Grief is different.
Before she died.
Grief is different though. Like it really does. Like I miss my mom's mom, all that, and like it's like I'm the only person who has these memories. Like I feel so alone when it comes to that. It's like I'm the only child that remember these things.
You process grief
differently. And it's
like I still try to talk myself out of certain things with certain emotions or certain days come around. I'm just like
talk myself down.
Christine, you know, but then I remind myself like we're talking about. Grief has no time period.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
It flows in waves.
Yeah, it flows in waves. Some you can be at what is it? The 7 stages or 8 stages of grief. You can be on stage 5 one day, and the next day go back to phase 1.
And it's like, and it's 2 reoccurring dreams that I always have when I'm going through something like crazy in life. I have 2 reoccurring dreams, and they both are around both of my great grandmother on my dad's side and my mom's mom, and it's so weird. And it's like they both always reveal themselves to me when I'm going through something. I don't know if people believe in that or whatever like that, but it's just like I always have that moment. It's like it always remind me like they always watching, they always protecting me or whatever like that. You know what I mean? So,
I agree with you because Nadine always come on my birthday.
Beach, yes, and you already know Nadine reminds me of my great grandma. So, and you and my great grandma had the same birthday.
Yes.
Sagittarius.
Young kid.
But yeah, that was my baby. You know, she had a voice just like Nadine too, and you. They used to be busting my grandma. She didn't give a fuck though. She had a little emphysema. Her little fucking mask with her little fucking.
Don't judge the people with the COPD that emphysema.
She did. She
had
COPD. My bad. She had
Don't
COPD.
Judge them.
She did.
Okay.
But she was a beautician and she smoked cigarettes. So
I'm about to say that smoke thing.
Got your throat. But yeah, so trying to turn grief around into something positive is a very big step. I think that it takes
celebrate them.
Yeah, create traditions, celebrate them, never let their memory die, and just always hold on to what they taught you that matters the most. Yeah. And don't let grief be something that like controls everything. Learn how to celebrate within that. And you know, and honor them with how you move in life. Maybe I don't know.
And not saying this off on a super sad moment, but I will say it wasn't until I lost Bria that I learned to appreciate my friends more. Yeah.
Honestly, that moment came from me a little tad bit earlier.
Right, because I know you had a friend that passed earlier, but it wasn't until then that I learned to appreciate my friends more.
And I realized that how fleeting life is.
Yeah, me and my mom talk. You know, we talk about it. You're like, you know, I'm like, yes, because she's the reason why I don't like to drive in the rain. Every time I have to drive in the rain, like when I'm behind the wheel of a car in the rain, she's the first thing that comes to my mind. And again, we find different ways to get through it as adults in different phases and processes, and depending on who they are to us. But you know, if you're going into next year and you're grieving, we're going to 2025. We're going to take a deep breath and breathe with one another. And in the words of our Aunt Tony, breathe it in. Okay.
But yes, thank you for joining us for the last episode of the year. We really love y'all. Thank you for continuing to support us, and we look forward to seeing y'all in the new year. So we challenge you to bring at least 2 friends over to come see what we be talking about.
Like, subscribe, comment. We want to know what y'all think about us. Start out 2025 with a fucking bang. We do have, again, so many ideas, people, things, waves, vibes coming your way.